Too funky.
Very funked out.
Right?
Yeah.
I try every now and then.
You done did good.
I try, man.
Yeah, I like that. I love that jam. I love it. What it is.
It's a song called Inhale, Exhale by Naho.
Man, that's like a funkadelic.
Yeah, it's pretty funky.
Yeah, very, what's the name? George.
Oh, George Clinton.
George Clinton.
Yeah. I see what you're saying there. Welcome back, sir.
Welcome back. Thank you.
Yeah.
Appreciates that.
For those who are joining us for the first time ever, my man Tony was away in good old US of A, Miami.
Yes, sir.
Doing some leisure, business, and pleasure.
A little bit of both. A little from column A, a little from column B. And I tried to bring back some sun. It did not work. Instead, I brought a snowstorm.
Thanks. Thanks for that one.
So I do apologize for the entire HRM. Completely my fault.
Clearly.
My bad.
Yeah, your fault.
But I'm here with you, so I'm in the same situation.
Well,
but
looks like you got a nice tan, though.
I feel good. Yeah, I got a little bit of sun.
A little bit of sun, yeah.
It was nice down there, 24.
I see the new profile picture, Tony. Out there flexing on them.
I like that situation. I was like, yo, kid, take this picture for me.
Hilarious.
I need that down angle so you can get me like this. It was a good time. Good fun.
All
Good
the
to be
shadows
out.
in the right places.
I don't come. Yeah. I get a little bit of that baby oil on there.
Right?
I don't. What up to Brazil? Brazil always tunes in. What's up, Brazil?
Shouts out Brazil.
Yeah, I don't come back depressed from vacation.
No, I think you should. I caught one of your stories today. You should come back vitalized, energized,
dude,
and ready to go again.
I'm ready when I get back, bro. I'm ready to get back to work.
I feel it.
Like I had like a day left, and I was like, okay, I'm good. Just take me back. I'm ready to get back.
Yeah, I'm like that too.
But yeah, had a good time, and I'm glad to be back. I'm glad to be back on Talking Trends.
I know, it's kind of weird.
We forgot how to do everything.
Yeah, everything was like messing up. I was like, oh, what are we doing wrong here?
There were 20 technical difficulties before we came on, but we worked it out.
I know. We're here. And you're here, Instagram. And you're here, Facebook. And soon to be, in a day or two, YouTube.
Yeah.
We'll be streaming on a bunch of platforms. Again, thank you everybody for tuning in. This is Talking Trends. We do this Monday to Friday, 4:30 to 5 o'clock. We talk about all the pressing issues that keep you up at night.
What up?
And then we discuss them, and we would like your input, of course.
Always.
You can make the show. And speaking of that, we're also on YouTube.
Yep.
Subscribe to that. We're on iTunes. Subscribe to that.
Yep.
And Google Play. Subscribe to
everywhere.
We're trying to be everywhere.
We're trying to be everywhere.
Let's start things off. What we're going to talk about. And first and foremost, and unfortunately, it's an interesting situation with Aziz.
Yeah.
The latest celebrity to be caught up in sexual misconduct.
Yeah.
Unfortunately. Up next, we're going to talk about this interesting, disgusting couple from California that 13 children were shackled in the house. We'll get to that in a little bit.
Yeah.
And Tony, speaking of travel,
yeah.
tell about some airline tips.
I wish I would have known this before I went.
How to possibly get some free upgrades.
Some tips for you people. Certain things a flight attendant to look out for.
And ladies and gentlemen, these challenges got to stop. We're going to talk about the Tide Pod challenge, unfortunately.
Yeah. Yeah, we have to. I'm sorry.
So, yeah, I guess without any further ado, we're going to talk about. You want to talk about Aziz?
I think that's the move, isn't it? Let me get my situation here.
All right, hook it up.
Boom! Beautiful HD picture of Aziz, my man, right there. So
he looks very perplexed.
I love the pics you always always pick the best ones.
I try.
So Aziz Ansari recently, of course, if you don't know who he is, Parks and Rec, he has his own show, stand-up comedian, crazy funny, probably one of my favorite comedians of all time. This guy's absolutely hilarious. Recently caught up in a sexual misconduct allegation that he claims was completely consensual. So there's a little bit of debate over this because we've heard a lot of cases come up that sexual harassment in Hollywood. It's a big thing, obviously. We're not going to go review all that. But this seems to be another situation that maybe is not quite the same. So basically he was accused of sexual assault by a woman who claims he repeatedly got sexually aggressive with her despite her protest. The woman, who remains anonymous, claims she went on a date with him last year, which is in September, I believe, and ended up in his Tribeca apartment. Okay, this would be in New York, obviously. She claims he almost immediately began kissing her, fondling and undressing her, and then said he was going to grab a condom. The woman says she asked him to slow down, but he continued and performed oral sex on her. He replied right away he was not having this at all. He responded by saying he believed the sexual activity he engaged with the woman was completely consensual. He says the day after the incident, he got a text from her saying it may have seemed okay, but quote, it may have seemed okay, end quote, but after further reflection, she felt uncomfortable. He says, quote, it was true that everything did seem okay to me. So when I heard that it was not the case for her, I was surprised and concerned. He also says that took her words to heart and responded privately. It's crazy. There was one text. Actually, the text is on here that I wanted to read very quickly. I'm not going to take too much time. Two things. He texted her saying, hey, it was fun meeting you last night. I dropped off a roll of film because I guess she's a photographer. Fingers crossed that we got some solid shots. She replied right away. This was in September, so this was the day after. Hey, Aziz, nice to meet you. I hope you have some good shots on the roll. So that's how she started.
Okay.
All right. Straight out the gate. She said, last night might have been fun for you. It wasn't for me. When we got back to your place, you ignored clear verbal cues. You kept going with advances. You must have noticed that I was uncomfortable. I just want to take this moment to make you aware of this behavior and how uneasy it made me feel. Really, thinking back to last night, you may have said it's okay. It was fun, both enjoying it. Let's just chill. But within minutes, you had your fingers down in my throat. I don't know.
I've heard some interesting,
creepy stuff.
Yeah.
And then put her hands on his privates. It may have seemed okay. Anyway, she wraps up by saying, "Good luck on your movie. Thanks for dinner." So I don't know. Anyway, he responded right after that. Obviously, he was not. He said, "I'm sorry you felt that way. I thought everything was consensual."
Right.
So anyway, I don't know. This seems. I don't know.
It's very confusing.
Very confusing.
Also, I didn't know I feel like the way that these stories come out, especially with this one,
yeah,
it made it feel like it's brand new.
Yes.
You're saying September,
right?
So I mean, it's more than a couple months ago.
Yeah.
I'm very. Here's like we watched this reporter.
Yeah, so this is where it gets, I think, different than a lot of the other cases. CNN reporter, what's her name? Ashley Banfield came out, and I'm not going to play the thing, but she basically just says, listen, she was basically chalking it up to a bad date, saying basically you could have left at any point. You didn't. You continued in the activity.
Yeah.
You didn't report it to the police.
Yeah.
No sexual, nothing reported, nothing.
Yeah.
You went immediately, you were saying earlier, instead of reporting to the police, she went to social media.
I see. That's my problem. That's my biggest problem. It's just like, okay, you have a good movement going right now.
Yeah.
Now is the time to report it to the authorities first.
Yeah.
Because then especially if you're dealing with a celebrity such as Aziz, it's going to come out anyway. So there's no need for you to go to the tabloids or your TMZs and speak about this story. Your credibility gets shot. First of all, in my eyes, I think go to the police if you're really chalking this up as sexual misconduct, and you felt uncomfortable, and maybe at the time, you felt that you couldn't leave for whatever reason, immediately as soon as you leave his place, go to the police.
I think you're right, because I think there's two different end goals. If you go to the police, you're looking for justice for a wrong that's just happened. If you go to social media. You're looking for 15 minutes of fame? I don't know.
Right.
It just doesn't seem. You're embarrassed by a situation. See, most people say if someone's victimized, the victim says, listen, I didn't want to make a report. I didn't want to go right away. It took me a time to come out about it because I was embarrassed about it. I didn't want to put it out there.
Yeah.
She's putting it right out there immediately.
Yeah.
It's the opposite of what most victims say.
Yeah.
So that's my beef with the whole thing. And it's a shame because it was right off the hashtag #MeToo movement, which... I get it. It's definitely changing things.
Right.
It's a good thing.
Yeah.
But now, I don't know. Is she taking advantage of the situation? I don't know.
Oh man, it's hard to say these days. And I mean, I think what will be the biggest sign of evidence is now, I mean, your text history. Like, that has to be submitted as well because, I mean,
it's there. It's right out there. Julie chimes in, says it seems like he's perfectly innocent besides being guilty of a bad date.
Yeah.
It's not the same thing.
Also, who's shoving fingers down the throat, though?
Well, listen. What people are into, we're not here to judge, right?
This is true.
This is a situation. I mean, listen,
sorry,
people are some weird crap.
I apologize.
All right.
Sorry. Behind closed doors, you and...
I think once the fingers go in the throat, if you're not into that, you might want to get up and say, yo, I got to go.
Exactly. Yeah, if you felt uncomfortable, right?
Yeah.
The fact that she continued after the fingers down the throat.
She stayed.
She stayed.
She didn't leave. That's the problem.
He's like, I'm going to get a condom. I'm going to get a condom. I'm just trying to do his voice, but yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to picture.
That was pretty good. It wasn't bad. So right after she had that big text that I just sent you, he said, I'm so sad to hear this. All I can say is it would never been my intention to make you or anyone feel the way you described. Clearly, I misread things in the moment. I'm truly sorry. He responded right away. He didn't ignore it. He didn't avoid it. He didn't do anything. He didn't come back in a backlash anyway. I don't know, man. I don't know. Like, I just think there's different ways to go about it. And believe you me, I haven't been in the victim's position.
No.
But you can't, if it's a bad date, if it's an uncomfortable situation, he didn't stay there and grab you. She didn't say that to him. She didn't say, you pinned me down, you wouldn't let me leave.
And that's the thing. And it's just like, it obviously got to a point where, hey, let's go back to my place. Okay, if it's already an odd date, then why are you continuing going back to the person's residence?
Yeah, why would you go back there? And I mean, not that that's an excuse or a reason to do this, but if things didn't, listen, I'm sure there's been many cases where people have gone back to someone's place. Things went weird. Someone's fingers went down somebody's throat. A penis made an appearance. If you didn't like the situation and you're not forcibly being subdued there, then you might want to just say, I gotta go.
Yeah.
Then leave.
Fingers down the throat challenge.
Oh, listen. No, let's not do that. Please don't entice more stupidity. Oh, I don't get it. Anyway, that's where we're at with that. So I hope it's I don't think that it's going to be it doesn't seem like it's going to be super bad for him, like he's going to lose sponsors.
I know, but you know what? We say that now, but I mean,
I know.
He's already
will unfold.
Yeah, him coming up as like he's already kind of against the grain as is. Yeah. Like he's not your typical like your white comedian, So I mean, this is definitely. I think anytime your name is next to sexual allegations,
it's not good.
It's not the best thing.
No, it's not. You're already getting blacklisted
immediately
in that situation.
Yeah,
and we'll see what happens. We'll see how it develops.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe there's no real merit to what she's saying. I don't know. But as soon as it happens, like you said, it's not good.
Right.
We shall see.
Yes.
But I still like Aziz. He's funny as hell.
I like Aziz.
Funny as all hell.
Right?
Fingers down the throat and all, brother. Man.
Up next, two people that I'm not a big fan of right now.
Look at these faces.
So, California couple, ordinary home, held torture chamber. David, 57, and Louise, 49, are accused of holding their children captive in their California home in filthy conditions, some of them shackled to beds with chains and padlocks. The 13 siblings range from age from 2 to 29.
Yep.
The parents are charged with torture and child endangerment and are scheduled to a court hearing on Thursday. Bail has been set for $9 million each, a total of $18 million, just in case if you guys are working that math out. It's not immediately clear if the suspects had attorneys or whether they're going to enter a plea. But on last Sunday, one of their daughters, a 17-year-old, managed to escape from the home by climbing out a window and called 911 from a deactivated cell phone she found in the house, police said. Wow. She told officers her parents were holding her 12 siblings captive inside the home. The teenager had photos to support her story. And yeah, this is
a crazy. How many people were in this thing? How many? Ranging from 2
to 29, 13 altogether. Like,
oh my God,
lots of, man. I mean,
so they were charged with
child endangerment, torture, and child endangerment. Yeah,
it would be kidnapping or no?
I don't torture because you're shackled against the bed.
Well, if you're being held without against your will, that's usually kidnapping. Same thing happened to OJ. Right, he didn't kidnap anybody, but he held people against their will somewhere. Right. I would assume this would be the same thing, unless the child endangerment thing holds listen, kidnapping is a huge sentence, right? Yeah. Anywhere 10 to 15 years. That's no joke.
Oh, these guys are going away.
Child endangerment, I don't know where that ranks on there. These are horrible people.
Yeah, it's incredible. It's kind of gross. And,
wow.
I mean, it was there's a couple. I feel it was a couple years ago. There wasn't 13 people involved, but there was a story where someone was like held captive in their house for years and years, and she finally somehow broke out screaming.
I remember that story.
And there's like the hilarious, like the black dude who he's just like, I knew something was wrong because I saw a white woman screaming. And I was like, oh geez. But yeah, he
said when I find a white woman running into a black man's arms.
Yeah, exactly. Something's a little off.
And, man. But that was I do remember that. She was held for a long time as well.
Yeah, it's insane. It's kind of gross. Like, what goes through your mind, people, when you're having kids and you're just like, you know what? Yeah. I'm gonna shackle them to their beds so they don't leave at night. It's kind of like there's an episode of Black Mirror I was trying to really reference this to, but it would be a stretch. Anyway,
I'm hoping that the justice system that typically fails a lot of times, and not only in these cases, in a lot of cases that we've gone over here.
Yeah, 9 out of 10 times.
Hopefully it does not fail in this situation. You know, it's a different thing when you're dealing with an adult situation, but when you're dealing with, there you go, if you're dealing with a children.
Yeah, it becomes a difference.
Helpless, defenseless.
Yeah, 2 to 29.
Yeah, I mean, put yourself in the position of a child that's 4.
Yeah,
being held against their will by these maniacs and tortured or whatever the case, shackled.
Yeah,
I mean, these kids now, they're messed up.
Yeah,
that's traumatic.
Yeah, you definitely impacted. And again, I don't know how. Like, I wonder how many years this has been going on. Is this something new? But clearly, if the 29-year-old's still there, like 13 siblings are still in the house. They're clearly all being held, I would assume, against their will. I mean, they don't have a TV reality show. Like, what was it, 19 Kids and Counting?
Right.
So, I mean, it's just one of those situations where it's just like, what the hell is going through your mind? And also, like, as a neighbor, imagine kind of like I want to know the ins and outs of this, because there is pictures of them, like, all together and, like, out at, like, family things. But, like, I don't know. It's just like, yo, have you seen so-and-so? It's been a couple days since I've seen any of your children come out the house.
Like, they must have been outside the house at some point to be in contact with someone outside the house, or do you think it's just one of the things where there's so much fear?
I think fear too.
Yeah,
I mean, if you're shackled to your goddamn bed, since I don't know, birth, you would be afraid of your parents.
Yeah, these stories are terrible, man. They come up every few years. You see something like this. God knows how many more they're going to come up. But
I think of the stories that don't even come up too.
And this range of 2-year-old to 29-year-old.
Yeah, these guys got to be put away.
Yeah. Yeah. Are they related? No, they're not related.
No, this is the mom and dad.
Okay.
Yeah.
But did they have kids that were their kids? Yes.
Yeah, I think they're all their kids.
They're all their own kids.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Jeez, man, this is. I hope they never see the light of day, man. That's the worst thing, because now you've destroyed these kids' lives.
Yeah.
Right? Because they can't. I mean, you can't get over that.
No, it's definitely mental abuse for sure. I'm just trying to get any more information or insight. Couple renewed vows in front of the children. Neighbor said they knew a large family that lived there, but they never saw any. I don't know. Again, it's just, I'm looking at these. The pictures are very weird. They're very weird pictures.
Yeah.
It's very, I want to say like cult-like. They're all wearing the same, weird. And I mean, there's only these pictures that are very selective, but the pictures that they are showing, everybody's wearing the same.
That's part of that whole mind control.
Yeah.
Right. It's kind of like with the whole Waco, Texas thing, and these large cults that they don't try to give you any of your own thoughts or ideas. They try to keep everything very mono.
Yeah.
And that comes right down to the clothing, because the clothing mentally. That's why a lot of private schools do, and not that they're cults, but I mean, they do the uniform thing to just keep everything kind of controlled and not, you know what I mean? Like,
right. But I know you can't see, but I'm gonna put the picture up for everybody on Facebook. So in this picture, for those listening and not seeing it, it's just a picture of the couple and their 13 kids, just all wearing blue jeans and the Thing sweater, Thing 1 and 2, I think from
I see it now.
Dr. Seuss or whatever, I believe.
Yep.
Yeah, they're all wearing. I don't know, man.
Man, come on, it's. But this is out somewhere.
I know. Yeah, a very odd story.
But the thing about it is, when you're an adult and you have a child, kids are easily controlled and manipulated.
Yeah.
And you can scare the hell out of them.
Yeah.
And I think that's what you have here, just to the point where they're just
only thing you scare your kids into do is getting some good habits, clean the house,
brush your teeth,
brush your stinky teeth, help dad out with
mow the lawn,
mowing the lawn, yeah. Just basic child labor stuff.
That's some scary ass shit.
Yeah, you don't need to shackle them to the bed. Jeez, man.
Just mow your lawn.
Yeah, just mow my lawn, do the dishes, take the garbage
wash my
out.
car. Yeah, it's simple shit.
This is normal stuff, right?
That's why we had kids. Mow the lawn and
do
the
the laundry. Yeah, exactly. That's why we have kids, is to do the hard work
that we don't want to do.
Exactly. So that's probably why they had 13 and oh god.
They had a big place. I don't know.
Right?
Rotate, shift work.
That's a lot. Yeah. Like seriously, at that amount of kids,
you rarely have to do shit.
I would hope you have nothing to do. No, but just you got to set a schedule. It's like you're almost like manager at that point.
Yeah, you just run in a little facility and
Jenny, you're on from 3 to 8 today. What's your shift?
Can we shift? I don't want to be on that shift.
Yeah.
I don't like Billy. He's an ass.
Anyways, we try to make light of situations.
Hopefully justice comes through.
Yes.
And is served.
Yeah.
For the children's sake.
Yeah. For the kids.
For the kids.
Up next, flying those friendly skies. Sup, baby girl?
I like this picture.
You.
All right, look at that. She's like, yeah, I got you, Chief.
Yeah.
Oh man, so recently, flight attendant had a couple flight attendants actually put out a little list of what they look for when you board the plane.
Oh yeah.
And in some situations, it can help you get a little extra, a little extra snack, a little extra drinky drink, a little extra, and a better seat possibly, an upgrade.
Nice.
So these are the kind of like a quick rundown, 10 things that these. Let me see who she is. Flight attendant. She worked on 5 different major airlines, and within minutes of a passenger boarding, these are the things that she will check out, and a lot of attendants will check out right away. So number 1, what kind of clothes you're wearing. That's the number 1 thing they check out.
Okay.
Which is, it seems a little materialistic.
Just a little bit.
Yeah. What they're trying to do with these things very quickly is basically see if you're a frequent flyer or if you're like a very rookie flyer. Because if you're a rookie, you don't really know any better. Right. You're like, oh, is there free upgrades? Those are possible. Can I get these little extras? They don't know. But someone who's a frequent flyer, normally they'll help out on the flight with certain things, and I'll go through a couple of the lists that will make their job a little easier. So number 1, that was clothes. Number 2, what kind of bag you're carrying. Is it a travel bag that you can see they can easily put up quickly and they, you know what I mean? Or is it, are you taking like fucking Sobeys bags on there? Is that a pro? If you're traveling alone or with somebody, I don't know what the reason with that is. Obviously, upgrading 1 seat might be easier than upgrading 2 or more.
That makes sense.
How patient you are while waiting in the long line during boarding. More patience shows obviously someone who's more seasoned in traveling.
I'm so zen, it's unbelievable.
Dude, I don't even usually sit in the boarding area. Like, I'm usually off to the side because it's crazy crowded there.
I wait till the very last moment. As soon as that line's gone, then that's when I board.
Do you get to the airport well ahead of time, or are you a last minute dude?
No, I get there ahead of time.
Okay.
But when they're calling seats, I just sit there.
Well, there's no point standing in the line. But I want to be there.
Using my legs like a sucker.
I want to be.
But I'm there.
I sit in the wheelchair.
Yeah.
No, I don't want to be standing. If the line is there, it's 45 people deep.
No, I sit down. I literally wait till there's like a couple, like maybe 5 people.
Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah, because you're gonna wait later on.
Absolutely.
Like 10 feet down. Anyway.
Are you an able-bodied passenger? So if you're able, obviously, physically to do things.
Yeah.
If you're intoxicated. Obviously, there will come from someone like that.
Fair enough.
Number 7, if you're a frequent traveler. So she said, traveler. She said, trust me, frequent traveler. As soon as I said intoxicated, I went into traveler.
Traveler.
I'm a frequent traveler. Who's that character? Elmer Fudd?
Was that your Elmer Fudd?
I think that was a pretty bad Elmer Fudd.
Do it again.
I can't. I'm a frequent traveler. Yeah. Hump day. Welcome to Hump Day.
Tony, do your Elmer Fudd. So
I got so many weird things.
It's so sexy.
Yeah. I'm going to get some. Yeah. You want your fingers down your throat?
Yo, Jesus. With your Elmer Fudd. Oh, God.
We went to a bad place. What happened to this shit? We used to have integrity.
Yeah, no, it's all went out the window.
We never had integrity at all. Frequent travelers. So number 7, quote, she says, trust me, frequent frequent travelers don't display any kind of baggage tags on their membership, she wrote. Okay. It's only the ones who are at the bottom most tier who will display. Man, she's rough. Number 8, what kind of book are you carrying or reading? If you're reading a medical journal, we know who to approach for first aid. So they'll zero you in that you're in that medical field.
Time to bring old and bring old.
They be noticing
book.
Stuff.
Yep.
Number 9, if you give a helping hand to those others in need, like an elderly person or that pretty lady who needs help with her bags. Trust me, if you're a gentleman, you can do that without asking.
Listen, all these sexual allegations, I'm keeping my hands to
you
myself.
might want to be careful. But it's helping the crew, so they don't have to come down and help. You can do it. Number 10, if you're carrying food on with you or you're just waiting to pounce on the free meal. Are you bringing on food of your own that you want to have, or are you just waiting for the free peanuts to come out? In short, a lot of things get noticed. She said she's been in it 24 years. Damn. It's been a long time. True. We also can detect if they're if our experienced customers, by the way, when they board the plane, if you're holding up the aisle, if you have tunnel vision, if you're moving along quickly, if you know where everything goes, like that, just small things that kind of pop out to them so that they know. So anyway, one thing that she also said that, what did she say? Oh, here it is. It's nice to be nice to the crew, and if all else fails, if you can give them a small gift.
Ooh.
Bribery.
There it
goes
is.
A long way, people.
Free flights. Bribery.
Anyway, these are the small things that they kind of look out for. I don't know. I might try it. Try these little things. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm definitely going to go on with the medical dictionary.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm gonna help an elderly lady.
I'm helping out. Gonna help out.
Being nice to the crew when you come on.
Give some gum, some Trident.
Yeah. What do they don't have board? What do they? But they have everything. They got the snack bar. They got. I don't know.
Yeah, seriously.
What do they need?
I don't know. A handshake.
Good job. Hand sanitizer.
No, you can't bring that on though.
You can bring a small one
for the whole crew.
Yeah. Well, there's usually only like 3 people in there. No. Anyway, be nice to your flight attendants, and you never know. It might get you something.
I'm going to give them the eye.
Yeah. Oh, my God. Oh, I didn't read this one.
Creepy eye.
Flight attendants also say she notices if, quote, unquote, he is good looking and where is he sitting. Some flight attendants even have secret codes to point out attractive passengers.
Your boy in the hoodie and the black toque and the jogging pants.
Right here.
Yeah.
Little point out. Little shouts out to you, baby girl.
And the stains on my shirt. Holla at your boy.
Derek says, just work for the airline. Those are the real deals.
This is true, too. Yep.
I used to know an airline attendant. She used to get flights for like $25, but it was just dirt cheap. She paid basically like tax.
I'm still waiting for a couple of my friends to take me on standby. Still waiting. Any
flight attendants, hit us up.
Yeah.
We'll do a
good company.
We'll do a remote talking trends from a location of your choice. So that's what's up. If you're flying the friendly skies, be friendly to the skies. And maybe they'll be friendly right back.
Yeah. Up next, things that aren't friendly. Well, friendly to your clothes, but not to the digestive system. Yeah. Currently, 2018 is off to a very interesting start.
Yeah.
Not the challenge I was thinking you usually kick off a new year with, lose weight, going to stop smoking, going to quit drinking. No, I'm going to eat more Tide Pods.
Yep. That seems to be the move here. What is happening,
ladies and gentlemen? What is going on?
Happening? I don't understand it. When I first saw it, I don't get it.
I'm just so confused. So anyway, dangerous social media trend dares participants to bite into a laundry packet.
Yep.
Why? I don't know. I don't know why.
No clue.
It's a warning you would think anyone other than a small child would need. But it turns out toddlers aren't the only ones at risk of picking up and eating detergent pods. Some parents need to worry about their teens too, because a recent dangerous trend on social media in which young people film themselves taking the Tide Pod challenge. If you don't know what I'm talking about, ladies and gentlemen, go to YouTube and just put in Tide Pod challenge. In fact, YouTube should be flagging those videos, I would think. So they just put the pods in their mouth, biting, and then releasing the liquid inside. Why can't you do that with Gushers or I don't know?
What was the one? Bubblicious? What was that one that had the? Yeah, had the same thing. Oh my god.
Or a nice juicy cherry tomato. I don't know. Anyway, so about 40 teens in the United States of America have been treated so far this year after ingesting the liquid detergent pods.
Only 40?
Only 40.
Yeah.
Our future. The detergent, for those new to cleaning, it's poisonous, all right?
Go figure.
Ingestion can cause vomiting.
Oh.
And children who take it into their lungs can suffer long-term breathing difficulties. Health experts say. Also not health experts, but I would just say common knowledge would tell you.
Do you need to be a health expert
to
tell you not to eat detergent?
I don't know.
Oh, bro.
So, I mean, we were talking about the guy who did it out of a bong.
Smoked it. He popped it and poured the liquid and smoked it. He looked like a winner, too, by the way.
Why?
Yeah.
Even New England's Rob Gronkowski.
Yeah.
Tide even hired him for a quick little ad saying, "Do not do this challenge. Stop using this for
It's for laundry.
It's literally just for laundry."
Well, the fact that we have to tell this generation to not eat detergent.
You know what it is?
What does that say about this generation, man? I mean,
it's not. You know what? I think everybody's looking. It's the social media thing, unfortunately. Now, it's attention, man. It's
but why not get attention for doing something good?
That's boring, Tony.
I guess.
I want to see a couple kids go to the hospital. At least 40.
40.
Yo, Canada, we can do better. We can do 45 this year.
Yeah, I think we can do better because I think there's more stupid people doing it.
Yeah.
40 is not a high enough number.
What are you doing tonight?
I'm eating some Tide Pods because
Me too.
It just seems to be.
Me
Why don't you
too.
come on over?
Let's do it.
We'll have a buffet.
Let's record. I bought a new camera today.
Oh, we'll get it in 4K.
Yeah, let's do it.
It'll be great.
Tune in.
We're gonna eat it, smoke it,
smoke it.
You know what I mean? Snort it, whatever you want. Apparently, because anything go. That'll be the new thing. What else can you do? You know, how many times can you ingest this crap?
Storm Night, Storm Chips, and some Tide Pods.
How about a Tide Pod enema?
Yeah, why not?
You into that?
Why not?
You like that? You want your fingers down your throat? Well, you want someone's fingers down your throat? How you like that? I'll dip my finger in the Tide Pod right down your throat.
There you go.
We were talking about earlier, someone posted up about the natural selection. Just let it take its course.
You have to sometimes. You know what? Some people, you're just like, you know what? You go ahead and eat that Tide Pod, my friend. I'm not going to stop you.
Yeah, let's not stop these people.
No.
I would say hospitals don't help them.
That's another thing.
You know what I'm saying?
Listen.
Let them go.
Here's a story I'll tell you.
Yeah. Tell.
My grandfather, before he passed away, physiotherapist, he refused to work with people who didn't do what he prescribed. And also those who smoked as well. Because he was like, I'd rather work with somebody who's going to take this seriously.
Right.
And do all these exercises and everything that I give out, and who's like not going to waste my time, as well as a spot to get treated.
Yep.
And this is all I see this as is just like, if I saw a kid come into the emergency room and like if I'm a physician, I just would be like, what are you thinking? Like, what did you think was going to happen? Like, how old are you? Okay, 14, 15. Like, if a person over 20 years comes into the hospital sick after this Tide Pod challenge, they should get refused.
I agree.
I mean, under like the oath, you can't really refuse. But
the problem is the same could be said about people that.
Oh God, there's a lot of dumb shit that goes.
That take drugs. I mean, are you gonna help someone who's a repeated drug user, meth user? But would you argue that's an addiction?
But you're not getting a high off this Tide. It's just straight
stupidity.
Poison. Yeah, there's not any benefit from it. You're not. Right. It's not a social gathering. It's just stupid. It's just like the cinnamon challenge. Where people
that was another messed up.
Yeah, that you take a tablespoon of cinnamon, you put it in your mouth, you see if you can swallow it, and people.
Can you die from that?
Yeah, people have died from that because it goes into the lungs. Cinnamon's pretty goddamn. I
think you're right. I don't think that doctors should be treating these people.
And
that's a cruel thing to say,
right?
But listen, you're dumb.
I'm not wasting my time with you.
No,
there's a man. If I'm a choose, there's a guy coming in with a heart attack, and there's a Tide Pod challenge, dude. I'm like, listen.
Yeah.
If he's still around after the heart attack guy, I'll see him. But,
let the Tide do its job.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's just natural selection.
Got to.
these people, I think, just I don't want to say it, but you know what I'm saying. Like it's just
again, like you have the unless if they're mentally challenged, some sort of disability, cognitive issue, and they've somehow ingested a Tide Pod. Okay, but if you are an able-bodied person who has a left and right hemisphere of your brain,
this is the problem, man. Kids are watching these videos. We got to find the first idiot who did this. Who's the first Tide Pod moron?
This is true.
Because one of the first guys I saw was smoking it in the bong, like I was saying. That was one of the first ones I saw. And he looked like a winner, man. He just looked like a winner.
Like I got winner.
Oh, come on. He just deserved to go. You just got to go, man. Like, seriously. Like, he's not, I don't know. Anyway, I don't know. There should be a new challenge that's actually beneficial to somebody, to anybody. Like the Ice Bucket Challenge. I didn't do it. I didn't get it because I thought people were doing it and they weren't donating the money. But you know what? The most you got was cold.
Yeah, and it was for a good cause.
And it brought awareness to the good cause.
Yeah.
This is simply bringing awareness to the stupidest people that we have in North America. And I would pray to the Lord that these people are not the future of this country or America.
Unfortunately, Tony. Yeah. They are.
I think Donald Trump ate Tide Pods.
Did you see that his doctor gave him an excellent health result?
Really?
Yeah, I don't believe it.
He looks horrible shape.
Look, yeah, if for any doctor to be like, you're in good shape and you get
Come on. Have you seen pictures of Donald Trump with no shirt on? It ain't pretty. It ain't pretty.
I didn't even know those existed.
It's not good.
Wow.
Who would give him a clean bill of health? Jesus.
Someone who got paid $1 million.
He's the president. You got to do it.
Yeah.
Anyway, we digress.
Yeah, we're going to end the show.
Yeah.
On a good note, I suppose.
Thank you, everybody, for joining us today. Much appreciated. After this little hiatus, don't eat any Tide Pods, please.
Please don't.
And if you do, you might not live. Be safe. There's a storm brewing outside, so everyone be safe. You don't have to be out. Don't be out. Stay home. Cuddle with your loved ones. Get some storm chips or storm bananas.
Storm bananas work.
Hey, their storm bananas are good. Be safe, be warm. And we'll be back tomorrow, yeah?
Sounds like a plan, my friend.
All right, we'll see you guys tomorrow, 4:30. Right back here.
Have a good day, everybody.
Peace.
Be safe.
Thank you.